What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. This is still kind of post game coverage I have here. Now it's called Wristband Gate. Did the Cleveland Browns give Shedeur Sanders the wrong play band? You know, the little wristband that he wears during the game that has the plays on it that they're going to be calling for that day. And Shedeur addressed this after the game. I don't know why people keep saying they gave him the wrong wristband. He said that the thing fell off. So that's what he said after the game. He said it actually fell off. He didn't say it was the wrong wristband. But I'm just going over what I'm going to listen to what Shannon and them are saying, because Shannon here is saying that Shannon Sharp can't believe the Browns gave Shedeur the wrong wristband. Stefanski got to go. That's not what Shedeur said, though. He said that the thing fell off. We're going to listen to what Kevin Stefanski had to say as well during his press conference. Let's listen to a little bit of that first. Then we're going to get into what Shannon is saying. I'm not sure why he said that. Why he said that it's like a wristband gate. Let's hear what Kevin is saying for a little bit. Let's see.
Good football team. So we came up short. We got to own that and watch the tape and look at it and learn from it and, find a way to correct some of those things that happen early in the game so you can be in that game and give.
Let me just say this. This is the same old thing they say every week. We just got to look at the tape. We got to get better. We just got to work at it and keep looking at the tape, okay, and see what we can do to get better. Yeah, but people are looking at the All-22 film, Kevin, and your offensive line is not blocking like they're supposed to. You guys couldn't even get a running game going. The offensive line just wasn't cutting the mustard. He had Happy Feet back there again because he was sitting up there worried about his health. Because that offensive line they were not cutting the mustard, Kevin. I don't know. A lot of people seem to think you guys are sabotaging this kid. I'm not sure, but something just don't seem right. It don't. Something stings hot of heaven with that team. It does. Let's continue.
Yourself a chance to win that game. So that's our focus. But I'll take any questions you guys got.
All right, first question will go to Scott.
Hey, Kevin, after watching the film, what were your impressions of Shedeur? How he played?
Yeah, obviously some good throws down the field, made some explosive plays. There's definitely plays that he wants.
Actually, I'm going to listen to what he got to say here because I think he mentioned that wristband today. They may have given him the wrong wristband, guys.
Back that he can be better, whether it's a decision or a ball or those type of things. But I thought he fought till the end and has the right attitude that he'll just keep learning from all of these experiences.
And those two interceptions, not the one to Jerry, the other two, what did you see on those? Was the first one a good play by the defense, or should he see the guy dropping there?
Yeah, it's always, I think you learn from all those, Scott, and at times you tip your cap to the defense and you say they made a play, and other times you talk to the quarterback, hey, could be footwork, could be who you're keying, could be decision, all those things. So I do think you have to give them credit and say that they're making plays, but I think how we coach our guys is, hey, next time we did it, here's some things that we would do differently. But obviously that's going against a good defense that takes the ball away.
Let me just say this real quick.
You got to give them credit.
Let me just say
well.
this with Shedeur. Let me just say this.
All right.
He said that the thing fell off. That's what Shedeur said. Now, if he's not trying to throw his coach under the bus, listen, he has to be honest. Shedeur, if they gave you the wrong wristband, you have to say it. Like, they gave me the wrong play band. There's nothing wrong with him saying that. They gave him the wrong, because when he was calling the play, it looked like something was wrong. When he was listening to the play in his helmet, he looked at his wristband and then he looked at the sidelines like something was an issue. His wristband was on. It didn't fall off. It was on. It definitely was on, because the very first play, he's in the huddle. And then he looked at the sidelines again. He said, wait a minute. He looking at the wristband. Wait a minute. This ain't what's going on. If they gave him the wrong wristband, he has to say it. He has to say it because he's not helping himself now. If they really are setting him up, he has to say something. But I'm thinking it is getting out that he might have had the wrong wristband. It's getting out. I'm telling you, something stinks hot, but they don't want this kid. They don't want him to win, man. If something stinks highway to heaven. It stinks with this team.
Next, we're going to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, after a sort of a blowout loss like that, and with where you guys stand with everything right now, have you been given any assurances by management that, that your job is safe or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't get into those type of things, Mary Kay. I would just tell you, my focus, our football team's focus, is solely on the Buffalo Bills, and obviously watching the tape today, that's our focus. But that's all we really care about.
So you haven't asked for anything like that, for, any kind of a vote of confidence that you'll be able to continue on after this or anything?
Yeah, I'm not going to get in those type of things, Mary Kay. Not my focus.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next we're going to Daniel.
Kevin, I wanted to ask for a clarification on what happened with Shedor's wristband yesterday. After you went up at the podium, he said that a card fell out, but the sideline reporter for Fox said that their cards were being swapped out. Like, could you kind of just
Sure.
provide some clarity
Yeah.
on? It seems like two different answers from you guys.
Yeah. What happened was the obviously had the wristband. It was good on the first drive. At some point after the first drive, one of the cards must have fallen out of Shedor's wristband. So when he went to that panel to look for it, it wasn't in there. Obviously grabbed it. We have Bailey on the sideline, have Dylan on the sideline where he can swap out and grab their wristband. So you always have to be prepared for those type of things. You have to be prepared for if the headset goes out, you have to have those automatics that you have to get to if the headset goes out. And similarly, while that's very rare, you have to be ready if something like that were to occur.
Okay. It didn't say that they gave him the wrong wristband. It said that the one of the cards fell out. That's what they're saying. So which is it? Now, Shedeur even said it. He even said that something fell out. So that's what it is. It just fell out. I don't know why people making it something more than what it is. The damn play thing fell out. Because Shedeur said that. He said that I'm listening to what Shedeur said. He said in the press conference, the card, something fell out. Or something like that. And that's what he said. The card fell out, but they're trying to say that they gave him the wrong wrist playbook. They gave him the wrong cards. But I do know that he was missing one because when they were calling the play, he looked at his wristband and he looked at the sidelines. He didn't get it. So maybe it fell out. I don't know. But then the reporter said that's not what happened. He said that Shedeur went to the sidelines and he had both cards in and they swapped them out for new ones. So it's possible that he had the wrong ones, but they're not going to admit it. They're not going to admit that. But see, the thing is, if they gave him it don't make sense though for him to have the wrong ones. You know why? Because if he did have the wrong ones, he's going to know that he have the wrong ones. And he's going to quickly correct that before the game continue. So that's not something that they could sabotage him on because he got the wrong playbook. He know he has the wrong ones. He's not stupid. He got the wrong ones. So that would have been quickly, he would have called the timeout or something. Like, look, this is not the right ones here. So if somebody did that, that was easily going to be corrected early on. So that don't make sense. But whatever the case is, something's not right. Now, obviously with his game, he didn't have he was missing like 2 or 3 starters on that offensive line. They didn't have a problem running the game, have the running game before. They had a problem this time though with the running game. They couldn't run the ball. So it's a situation. Listen, the whole thing started off bad. It all goes back to draft day. It's not just the Browns that's in on this. It's multiple teams. We have to go back to what Eric Dickerson said again. He said it came from up top, from the NFL, not to draft him. That's where it started. This is a season that Shedeur is never going to forget. He's never going to forget this season for what they did to him. Never. This is never going to be a season to where he forget. I'm telling you guys, this whole industry is fixed, even down to the YouTubers. I'm telling y'all this. This whole thing is fixed. You can't be too real covering this either, or you'll get washed out too by the people that's just giving you fluff. I'm telling you this because I'm living it. I call it how I see it, and I'm real with it. Okay? There's something that stinks up there in Cleveland. It does. And he has a lot going on. Shedeur has a lot going on to deal with. I didn't like his body language in this game. His body language was off. Yeah, and it wasn't the cold. That wasn't it. I honestly believe I can't prove it. Some of the stuff I'm going to say I can't prove. Like, first of all, if I was him, I would tell the coach, I am never passing to Jerry Jeudy again. Ever. Ever. How come he always got a problem with Jerry Jeudy? He don't have a problem with Isaiah Bond. He got a problem with Jerry. But see, here's the thing. It might not be Jerry Judy's fault. Jerry Jeudy's doing the best he can do. It's just that he's not a premier receiver. That's what and that's what Steve Smith said. And that's why he had an attitude with Steve Smith. No, Steve Smith was correct about him. He's not the premier go-to wide receiver. It's Isaiah Bond. So what they need to do is they need to change the plays to give Isaiah Bond more looks instead of Jerry Jeudy. That's what I would do if I were the coach. I would have identified, look, you're not getting all the touches no more because you're sitting up here dropping everything. You can't even catch a loaf of bread. So we're going with Isaiah Bond. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go with Isaiah Bond, and then in the draft, we're going to get somebody out of college. And your ass is gone. And then they got to address what's going on with that offensive line. He said the others would have caught it. Fannin, Njoku. Njoku caught one and he got injured. And he still caught it. You said Max Distress is getting to Shedeur. I could see it. I saw it. I saw it in the Thanksgiving video. I saw it too. He wasn't enjoying it. I saw it. I saw it too. You think them other players were watching the playbook during Thanksgiving? No. They were chilling and having fun with their families. They weren't into that playbook. Yeah, it's getting to him. He's human. He's a human being. I don't care what they saying, like, no, he's a human being. And he just, like he said to Cam, he just got to get through the season. He got to get through this season first. And then figure out what they're going to do. Because who is his agent? Who is his agent? He need a bona fide agent. He need a stand down agent. He need another agent. Who is his agent, guys? Do anybody know? He needs a bona fide ain't playing no motherfucking games agent. And to go to that team and say, I need a trade. I don't know who his agent is. I still don't know. Anybody know who his agent is? Because he might have to pay the money to get a bona fide agent that has credibility in the NFL. Like, look, we're not getting buffaloed around no more. Everybody know this kid could play. We're not getting buffaloed around no more. We need a trade. Okay? The bottom line is we'll trade or we'll sit out. He'll sit out then until his contract is over or something. Because the Browns that's not cutting the mustard, dog. I'm just telling y'all this. It's not. I've been on the Browns behinds the whole season. I know when people were giving they said, "Oh, we got a new play caller. It's on now." No, I wasn't giving the new play caller no slack. I said he need to be fired too. I was on. Listen, it all started on draft day. That's when it started. This man don't lost $40 million. I see Shiloh going around on his video negotiating couch prices. That's not supposed to be that way. They ain't supposed to be negotiating no goddamn couch prices. He's negotiating couch prices over here. And y'all think like that hurt them. I had said it before. That hurt when he lost that money. That hurt. That hurt. 40, 50, he lost 40 or 50 million dollars. How much did Travis get? 40, 50 million, right? He lost about 40, 50 million dollars. It's a crime scene still. I keep saying it's a crime scene what happened to him. And he didn't deserve it. I want to know who his agent is. Guys, anybody know who his agent is? Because whoever his agent is need to be fired. Who is his agent? I know it's not his dad. His dad can't be his agent. He can't be. It can't be. It can't be. Either that or he need the same agent Cam Ward has. Either one or the other. Okay? He need either that agent or something. Or whoever Travis got. And like, listen, man, there's other teams around the look, I know there's other teams need a quarterback. They got Phillip Rivers off the couch. He got to have an agent. If that's the problem. He needs an agent. If that's just the way the game is set up, you need an agent. It's just the way it's a monopoly. It's just the way it's set up. It's fixed. You need somebody that got clout. You need somebody. But guys, I tell you, I can't find out who his agent is. I can't. Because if they're trying to do it themselves, he's going to lose. If that's what they're trying to do. Because it could be, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Sports is fixed. You know why? Everybody wants to eat off of you. There's only a couple people that you got to let eat off you. That's your lawyer and your agent. Everybody else you can negotiate. You cannot sidestep on an agent. You can't do that. Because this thing is rigged already. You got agents that got so much clout, if they step in, his life will change. You said, yeah, Travis got Lil Wayne's agency, but you got to understand something. Who is Lil Wayne connected with? He's connected with somebody. It's not just him. That's how this system is set up. They want you to have everything is under control. They don't want you to have so much control. I'm just telling you guys this. That's why Cam Newton is not in the league. I know he keep talking. Cam is never going to be a quarterback no more. And he's not telling y'all why. It's because of his damn mouth. He's not telling y'all this. He's not telling y'all because he's a distraction. They don't want no distractions. They don't. And also, what's his name? Colin Kaepernick is not telling you why he's not in the league no more. He successfully sued the NFL and they had to settle with him. They never let him back in the league. Never. Never. Never letting him back in the league. Ever. That's why. I know Cam think it's a slap in the face that they went and got Phillip Rivers off the couch. No. You're not telling the people why they're not going for you. You're not telling. There's a reason for it. It's a reason for it. It's your mouth. That's what happened. I'm telling y'all this. Yes, he can still play quarterback. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. But no, they went with Phillip Rivers. Guys, this whole system is like, it's structured already. They don't want people coming in negotiating on contracts and this and that. The NFL is not trying to give up that power. I told you, I'm the first one to say this. No, I'm not the first one to say it, but I'm not giving y'all no fluff here. The reason why it's like this, because the NFL still has power over these players. The NBA don't have power no more. They've been relinquished their power. You remember Ray Allen? Anybody know Ray Allen? Ray Allen. University of Connecticut, Ray Allen. Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen. Anybody know Ray? Okay, well, Ray Allen, a.k.a. Jesus Shuttlesworth, he became his own agent. Anybody know that? He became his own agent. And he started negotiating his own contracts. The NFL is not like that. They still want the power. So I want to say this to Shedeur and them, like with other players. In this lifetime, you need to know how the game is played. It's not enough of you yet to buck the system yet. It's not enough of you. It's not enough of you. Lamar Jackson, I believe he does. I believe it's his mom. Somebody is his agent, either his mother or somebody. He does have an agent. I want to say it's his mother or somebody, or she's his manager or something. It's somebody close to him that's handling his business. That's how it has to be. I'm telling y'all the real deal here. Why they giving this kid static? I'm telling y'all this. The NFL, yeah, it's his mother. Yeah, you talking about he ain't got no. Don't discredit his mother. His mother know what she doing. Educated woman. She knows what she's doing. Yes, it's Lamar. It's his mother. Just like what's his name? Mother is the manager of him. The Redskins quarterback. Yeah, I say the Redskins, man. The damn Redskins quarterback, man. His mother is his business person as well. Okay? But let me just say something to y'all real quick. The NFL is not trying to relinquish their power. The NBA has already relinquished their power. Major League Baseball has already relinquished their power. The power is in the hands of the players. Major League Baseball and also the NBA and also European soccer. The NFL is the last organization that the owners still have the power. Yes, Jaden Daniels, thank you. This is what he's up against. This is what he up against the old guard, and they're not trying to relinquish their power. There's something went wrong on draft day. Something went wrong. I don't know what it is. I still don't know. They're trying to say, oh, well, it's because he said he didn't want to go to this team and this team. He didn't want to go to Baltimore. He didn't want to go here. That might have been it. They don't want nobody trying to dictate to where he want to go. They didn't like that. They didn't like that. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. They are prepared for him not to play. They're prepared to blackball him. And the only thing that's not blackballing him, because it's going to stink publicly if they try to blackball him. That's going to stink. The reason why it's going to stink because the kid doesn't get in any trouble. See, if they try to do this to somebody that have a past that gets in trouble with the law and stuff, it's easy to blackball Shedeur. It's not easy to blackball him because he's a good kid. This is what's saving him. But I don't know how true that is because Shedeur didn't say it. You notice that? He didn't say that. He didn't say that he told Baltimore no. And he told other teams no. And what was the team? Philly. He didn't say that out of his mouth. He said he just worried about what he's doing now. He didn't come out and publicly say that, because if he did, then that's the reason. That's the reason. He can't say that. His agent's supposed to say that. He's not supposed to say, no, I'm not going with that team. I'm not going to team, because they're going to teach him a lesson. They're still doing it. I'm just telling you guys, I've been watching this for a while. These billionaires are not trying to relinquish their power to him. They're not trying to do that. So I don't know how true that story is. That's what the media is saying. The media said that he told Philadelphia no, and he told Baltimore no. If that's the case, that is the reason why he slipped. That's the reason. Now, here's my question to you. Do we know that for sure? The answer is no. We don't know for sure. We haven't got Shedeur's side. I need all sides. We didn't get his side. Now, I remember his dad saying that, yeah, he have a right to say his son ain't playing here and ain't playing there. He did say that. Oh, yeah, he ain't going to play there, right? But then, what did his dad double back and say? Well, wherever he goes, wherever the Lord decide he go, we're okay with that. No, they remember what he said the first time. See, somebody got to let y'all know what happened. I'm letting y'all know part of what happened here. When he said that, yeah, he don't want him to play here and play there, or somehow he said it, that was it. But then he came back and said, well, wherever God wants my kid to go, then that's fine. right? They remember what he said the first time. They said, "Oh, you think you're gonna decide?" And then, if on draft day, if it's true, say, "Well, we're not going here, we're not going there." He lucky he got drafted. There's a reason why this happened. And it's not because of his skill set. It's not because of his skill set. Because if it was because of his skill set, he would have went in the first round. Something happened. Something happened. Yeah, he did say it in an interview, right? He had already fallen. But the thing was, he wasn't supposed to say that even that he fallen. He was supposed to go to wherever they want him to go. But the fact, if it's true that he said, "No, we ain't going to the Eagles or the Ravens," that's why he went further. I'm telling you, there's a reason why this happened. Now, if that is true, has it happened before? The answer is yes. It's happened before. It's happened with Eli Manning. His dad said, his dad said, "Listen, you better trade my son." I believe he went to the Chargers first, correct? Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. Did he get drafted to the Chargers? And his dad, what did his dad say? "You better go ahead and let my son go." And then Eli went to the New York Giants. Guys, no, it's, you said him not showing up for the draft was for the draft's a bad look. I'm gonna tell you why he didn't show up for the draft. He had already knew in the back of his mind what was gonna happen, because what did his dad say before the draft? He said, "Well, I'm getting ready to get prepared for the bull junk that's getting ready to happen at draft day." They were already prepared for it. They were already prepared for it because he wasn't sure where he was going. Because usually at that juncture, the top 5 people in the draft or the top 10, they know where they're going. He didn't know where he was going. That's why they knew something was up. That's why they didn't go. I'm pretty sure of it. Now, I know a lot of people say, "Well, Max, he didn't work out at the draft camps and stuff." No, that's not out of the ordinary for people of his magnitude to not to skip that and go to his pro day. A lot of top quarterbacks do that. And he was a top quarterback. Okay? He was a top quarterback, so it's understood that he wasn't going. He wasn't going to this. But the reason why I bring all this up, because this is where we at now. So he with the Browns, and the Browns, they know he's good. They know he's the best quarterback they have. That's why they're still going with him. And it's going to be interesting what happens in the offseason. I don't know who his agent is. I'm trying to do research, and I don't know. Do he have an agent or not? If he do get an agent, he needs the world's best. He needs somebody that's not going to get buffaloed around. He needs to hire. If he don't have one, he got to get one. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, the NFL hasn't relinquished their power yet to the players. Major League Baseball and the NBA did. Go research it. Everybody in here know, if you my age, you know Ray Allen was his own agent. And Jerome Williams, that used to play with Allen Iverson at Georgetown. Jerome Williams started first. He became his own agent, Jerome Williams. And then Ray Lewis followed suit. And then there's some more people, the Birdman, he was his own agent. They used to play in the NBA. There's a lot of players that became their own agents. The NFL is not like that yet. So, oh yeah, John Elway have a lot of power. He does. They gave it to him. He can fix a draft. And he's not the only one, though. Jerry Jones has got a lot of power, too. But what I'm saying is this. See, some people say, "Well, he didn't show up to the draft." He knew the bull junk was coming. That's why. But they don't. And the thing is, it shouldn't be that way. He should be able to be outspoken. What's wrong with being outspoken and sure of yourself? They have a problem with that. Just telling y'all that. That's why they ain't got Cam back. They went with damn near a 44-year-old guy that's sitting on the couch for 5 years. And Cam is working out every day. That's why they don't want they could have. This is what they say to you. We don't want the distraction. What's distracting about a player that wants to win? What's distracting about that? Nothing. He said he want to win. Like, you pick me if you're ready to win. If you're ready to change the coach and you're ready to win. They don't want Shedeur saying that. They want him to just be quiet. I'm telling y'all what it is. They don't want him. They don't want him talking like that. They want him to kiss the ring, and he still hasn't kissed the ring because in his press conference, he said, "Hey man, I'm still believing myself. It is what it is." He ain't kissed the ring. They want him to kiss the ring, but he ain't doing that, and I don't blame him. It is what it is, guys. It always like that. It's been like that. They did it in the NBA. I saw what they did to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. It's all designed for these players to lose their money and retire. And it's women. All the time. Go look at that way. These women target them. It's designed that way. Then all of a sudden, one divorce that they have. And then these players have to turn up yet. Some of them, but yeah, man, they were popping out a little bit, saying, "Yeah, I'm saying, he around here." Like, I'm just telling y'all that. Remember, he said things look a little comfortable. We might be comfortable around here. They didn't like that. I'm just telling you, bro. It's almost the whole time. Okay, you got power, right? But they have already warned them. The commissioner, they told them, "Yeah, you do." He said, "No, I'm worried about you." He said, "What you worried about him for?" That's what they have already, they have already had their mind. And also, they will stay with his words. You know, the fathers that were around, they made sure away, sure with the team and which I make sure they shut these people up. They shut up what's his name? All the they attacked him. He had people. Reason why he had pulled out, he didn't want it. He said, "That's enough. You know, that's enough. I'm breaking up." I'm not it probably is, 'cause I'm being real. But yeah, this one is outspoken. And like, you know, this is what it is. It's been this way. I know I'm, you know, I'm being real. I'm breaking up. I'm telling you, I'm breaking up. I know I'm breaking up. So, I know I'm breaking up. Because now they breaking me up. They're like, "Oh, he's talking too much now." That's breaking up. I'm about done anyway. Hold on a second. I'm about done. Yeah, I know it's sketchy because I'm telling y'all what it is. They washing me out because I'm telling y'all what it is. I'm telling y'all what it is, man. They always like to silence the fathers. That's what they did with the Big Baller Group. They want Coach Prime out of the way. They don't want him having a big say so. They want him out of the way. I remember when he was talking, he was like, "Yeah, man, you know." He said something about where he wanted his son to go. He said he got a few ideas where he wanted his son to go. They didn't like that. I'm just telling you. And they also didn't like when he went to the university with that Louis luggage speech. They didn't like that either because a lot of players was gone, and them parents on the other side, then you hear what I said on the other side, they didn't like that. I'm just telling y'all what it is. He been let me, how can I say this? He been sabotaged ever since. It's not meant for him to win at Colorado. I know you missed a lot. Well, actually refresh. But it's not meant for him to win at Colorado. I promise you that. It's not meant. It's not meant for him to win there. Not. When Coach Prime was playing, he'll tell you this. I'm not lying. He'll tell you. When he was playing, he was very flamboyant. Okay? He was very flamboyant and he was very outspoken. They didn't like it. And there's a rumor going around that's not true. Let me say this. It's a rumor going around that's not true. They're saying that the person that he poured the water on when Coach Prime was playing, he poured water on somebody, on a reporter. And the reporter is also a former player because he played in New Jersey. He played at because I met him when I was playing Little League. What's his name? He played at Christian Brothers Academy. Yeah, what's his name? He used to be a baseball player. I forget his name right now. But Coach Prime went and dumped water on him. They're saying that Kevin Stefanski's wife, that's his wife's father. It's not true. That's not his wife's father. Yeah, Tim McCarver. Yeah, I met him when I was a kid. He's a good guy too. I met him when I was a kid. He got a strong ass handshake. I remember he shook my hand, almost broke my damn hand. Tim McCarver got a strong ass handshake, dog. Yeah, he said, "Oh, you're a big man, huh, Dion?" Remember that? Yeah, they said that's his They said no. They said that's his in-law, or saying it's his grandfather. That's not true. That's not true. They're not related at all. I'm just letting y'all know that they're not related at all. Yeah, he said, "You're a class act or something, Dion," because he wrote something on Dion, right? He wrote, Coach Prime. He wrote something on him, and he didn't like it. So Coach Prime saw him. He saw him and pour water on him. It was a very famous thing. You could go see it on YouTube. He said something, "Oh, you're a class act, Dion," or something he said, but they trying to say Kevin Stefanski is related to him somehow. That's not true. Yeah, he played at Christian Brothers Academy, and that was my rival in high school, Christian Brothers. But I met him one summer playing baseball. Tim McCarr, he got a strong ass handshake for old man. He said, "So you want to play baseball, huh, son? Let me see how you grip that ball. Throw one down the pipe for me, son." You said Deion said his mama, Tim McCarver, was talking about him like a dog during a broadcast. Hey, when somebody tell you that you getting talked about like a dog, that's old. That's old talk. Like, I know what that means. You said I read Tim's daughter married Kevin. Yeah, but they're trying to say he's related somehow to the McCarvers. I don't think that's true. And they said that Kevin held. No, they're saying that that's Kevin's grandfather. That's what they were saying. They said that was Kevin. He held a resentment all these years. That's not true. That's not his grandfather. Because I checked. I could not find nothing on Kevin Stefanski's mom. Her maiden name is not McCarver. It's not. So that was a lie. That was a lie. Even his wife now, her maiden name is not McCarver. So they're not related no way, no how. But that was that was something that was going around. So I had to fact check it. That's not true. But what I'm trying to figure out is like what's going on here with Shedeur. Well, here's the thing. They trying to mask it. Okay, he went in the 5th round. We're treating him like that. That's why he didn't get any reps. Normally that's the case. 5th rounders don't get reps. That's normally the case. And but he clearly was the best quarterback there. Clearly. And like I said, I'm gonna have to look at that all 22 film because I know his offensive line didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because when I looked at the all 22 film, his offensive linemen were diving, letting the person hit Shedeur. They dived on their stomach. I saw it. I'm like, what are they doing? They dived on their stomach, and then the defensive line came and took a shot at him. So I don't trust the team. I honestly think he need to go somewhere else. But the whole thing is rigged, though, if you think about it. I know how long did Johnny Football play in the league? He didn't play in the league that long. They'll do the same for Shedeur. They'll try to get him out as quickly as possible. Because Johnny Football didn't play that long. And he won a Heisman Trophy. He didn't play that long. If they don't like you, like a thing is, I don't know about the other team. That's why I think you need to go to another team. I think he'll be fine at another team. I think he's done paying his dues now. I think he's done paying his dues. Because everybody know he's a good kid. That's what's saving him. That's his saving grace. He's a really good kid. Yes, they left him open. They did it this game. I just gotta go look at the film to see. They left him open again. And he almost got hurt. Because I don't know what the center was doing. The center was doubling somebody else, and the linebacker came and took a shot at Shedeur. So I saw that one. But I do know that they were doing it in the last game. They were diving. I'm like, I've never seen that happen before. Diving, they look weird. It's like they're purposely setting them up. And hey man, the universe is at play because some of them got injured. Some of them got in, so the universe is at play. But I think he'll be good at another team. He'll definitely be good at another team, man. He'll definitely be good somewhere else. I honestly think, if anything, he need to go to the Jets. The reason why I say that because the owner really want him bad. That's why. You got to go somewhere where the organization is ready to support you. That's where you need to go. Even though they're losing, you need to go somewhere where they really want you there. Because in order for a quarterback to be successful, he needs the support of the whole organization. Not just some people in the organization. Because they look shy. I could tell when somebody looks shiesty. It's a shiesty situation in Cleveland right now. It's very shiesty. But I know how the system is set up, man. You're not bigger than the system. So when they identify somebody that come along and think, oh, I'm this and that, and if y'all but need to get ready to win or else, they'll teach you a lesson. When they think you come around and they think, oh, you think you're gonna start running stuff over here, they'll teach you a lesson, bro. They even did it to Johnny Football. Especially when you don't need them like that. Yeah, man, they'll teach you that all the time. I know the Jets O-line isn't any better, but the organization that the owner really wants Shedeur there. I told y'all he started crashing out because I know somebody that worked there. He started crashing out because he felt like he was lied to. And look, and damn sure he did. He came out in the media and said the reason why we losing because our quarterback can't complete no passes. See, he shouldn't have said that, but he was just in his feelings. And he's seeing Shedeur doing what he doing, and he want him there. I told y'all the Giants even made a mistake. They wanted Shedeur with the Giants. They made the wrong draft pick. I know y'all said, what do you mean, Max? They got what's the name? It was the wrong draft pick. I'm telling y'all this. He's better. Shedeur better than was Jackson Dart. He is. He's better. Do you see those passes? Did you see that pass that he threw to Jerry Jeudy? It was right in his hands. You know how accurate that is? He threw it right to his hands, and Jerry fumbled it. He fumbled it. I would never throw to Jerry Jeudy ever again. As long as I'm there. As long as the rest of the season, he ain't. I'll throw to him a little bit, but he's not my primary target. My primary target, if I was Shedeur, would be Isaiah Bond for those deep passes. It'll be Isaiah Bond, man. The only reason why Isaiah missed that one pass because the sun was in his face. He probably couldn't see the ball. But then he did see it on the second go around. He saw it. So no thank you, Jerry. Yeah, avoid the IOD. He let that thing go right out of his hands before it exploded. Sure did. It went right in his hands. Just like when he threw to Njoku, that ball went to Njoku's hands. I know Njoku couldn't even believe it. Like, what the fuck? This ball went right in my hands. That's how he's unbelievably accurate. It's unbelievable. I mean, ain't no other quarterback hardly threw for over 300 yards like that as far as rookies is concerned. So, yes, he's better than Jackson. Yes. I don't even think Malik Neighbors, didn't he get hurt? Malik Neighbors? I know he just knew Shedeur was coming there. That's what I heard. Everybody just knew it on draft day that he was coming there. With the certain pick, the New York Giants select, everybody was watching. When they said Jackson Dart, I heard it was up in that locker room. It was beef. They okay with him now, but they thought what's his name was coming there. Yeah, the Raiders could really use his services right now. Max Crosby crashing out now. Do you see him and one of the defensive players arguing after the game? He's in the same position Myles Garrett is in. They're in the same position. That's why at the end of that game, they went and embraced each other, told each other to keep their heads up. They're both in the same position. They both in the same position. You said the Raiders are getting Mendoza. Shedeur is better than Mendoza. I'm just telling you this. Mendoza was in what you call a system. The system was really good. But, however, let me just say this about Mendoza, though. He's a winner. He is. I saw his tape. He is. But here's what Mendoza has a knack to get the person open. So, no, Mendoza is good. So if they want to go with Mendoza, they're not bad on that. Mendoza can get the open man. He sees the open man every time. He sees open man. And here's the one thing about Mendoza. Every team counted him out. The only offer he had was Indiana. Everybody counted him out. Everybody counted him out. I went back to some of his high school film. I said, let me see what they missed. They missed it in high school. They missed it. He was doing that in high school. He just didn't look like no quarterback. He didn't look like one. because he was skinny, but then he grew into his frame now. But I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be real, real good. I know everybody thinking about Arch Manning. No, that's Julian Sand. Let me tell you something, because he'll be eligible to come out of the draft next year. If Julian Sand go in that draft and Arch Manning, you better take Sand first. You better take him first. He's better than Manning. That's Julian Sand. Better. And it's not that he playing at Ohio State. He could have played anywhere. He first went to Alabama. But the only reason why him and Caleb Downs left is because Coach Saban left. But he originally went to Alabama. He was going to go to USC. But then Ohio State, obviously they got the bag. So he went to Ohio State. That kid can play anywhere. It don't matter how big the platform is. It don't matter. It's just some people are just ready to go. He was ready to go. He's going to be, as far as I'm concerned, well, in this draft coming up, it depends. Have Caleb Downs declared for the draft? Did anybody know? If he has declared for the draft, he should be number 1 overall. It's Caleb Downs. He's what you call a once in a lifetime type of safety. And I'm getting that from Coach Saban. Coach Saban said that when his freshman year, he checked all the boxes. He said he couldn't deny the kid. He said he was so good that the upperclassmen said, I understand that he playing over me. I understand. They said it. They say he never seen nothing like this, that he's so prepared already. That he never seen that. He said he ain't had to tell him nothing. He said he had to find something wrong. He had to find something to get on him about. But he couldn't find nothing. He said that he hadn't seen that in a long time. He said the last time he seen a player like that was Lawrence Taylor or something like that. Where when Lawrence Taylor was in college, you didn't have to tell him anything. He was perfect, meaning that he's perfect. Because, everybody got something that he can work on. He didn't have nothing he can work on. He was just already great. And he said that he hadn't seen nothing like that. He said they put him through all the tests. They could not find nothing wrong with the kid. He said they tried to find something. They couldn't. He already knew the playbook. He already could see plays before they developed. He's kind of like what Travis was. He's like a savant. Like it's just come easy to him. And that's the same way with Shedeur, but they fucking with him. Guys, if Shedeur had went to Ohio State, or if he had went to Oregon like he may have what he was going to do, he would have never had this problem. It's fucked up, ain't it? He is catching strays. He's catching strays. And it's not his fault he catching strays, bro. If he had went to Oregon, he wouldn't have had this problem. Shedeur would just been another great quarterback to go in the first round. But it's something about the whole situation when his dad played. He's still catching straight from when his dad played, yo. It's crazy. Craziness. But either way you look at it, it didn't matter if he played with that. He's going to get drafted anyway because that's how good he is. But Shedeur was getting recruited by all the teams. He was getting recruited by Oregon. He got recruited by Alabama. But he was supposed to go play in Florida. Y'all correct me. Which team was Shedeur going to play for before Jackson State? Was it UCF? He's supposed to go to Florida to play. But then Coach Prime took the job at Jackson State. And he decided to go to Jackson State. FIU, thank you. He was going to go to FIU. Let me tell you what would have happened if Shedeur went to FIU. So Shedeur would have played maybe 1 or 2 years at FIU, and he would have had the same situation with Cam Ward. He would have transferred to a bigger program. Shedeur could have, after FIU, Shedeur could have easily went to Oregon. He could have easily went to Alabama. That's would have been his trajectory, because that's how good he was. His trajectory would have been that. He would have played, 1 or 2 years at FIU, but then a big program would have snatched him up. And he would have went to the draft anyway. Now, see, hindsight is always 20/20. Now I see that's what would have happened to him because he's a really good quarterback. But his trajectory was he played at Jackson State, and he was so good to, even though they messed him up in the draft, they still drafted him. Because like I said, his saving grace is that he's a really good kid. He don't get in any trouble. So I guess, people have conscience, like, yeah, we really fucked this kid over. Like, yo, just draft him, hurry up. Because that's what Eric Dickerson said. They said, no, draft him now. Draft him now. This is going too far now. Draft him. That's not right what they did. But it happened, and this is the hand that he was dealt now. But trust me, his family know. You listen to what they be saying. Listen to what his mother said when he finally got in the game. Listen to what she said. They feeling it. They sat there and robbed that kid of $40 or $50 million, man. And sat there and did it right in front of us. But anyway, he'll get his money. You know what I'm saying? He'll go to another team. He'll sign that max deal. He'll eventually get it. And he'll get it in endorsements. Make no mistakes about it. But, yeah, his future is good as long as he stay healthy. Yeah, I know she said we know how to work around shit. Yeah, you got to work around shit. You got to work around, the hand you dealt. But through his adversity, because they know his offensive line is struggling, he still looked good out there. It just, this game, I don't know, his body language was off. I don't know what was going on, but he still looked good, though, even despite, he had that ball to Isaiah Bond. The tools are there. You see the signs of greatness is there. He just need to get with the right situation. I don't really think nobody's doubting his abilities. There's no question that he can play. There's no question. It's just that he got to get with the right situation. You can't win. You got to be with the right situation. See where Cam Ward is, despite them losing like that, they're letting him learn on the fly. They believe in him because he is a good quarterback. He is. But they just got to build a team around him. Look at what happened with Caleb last year with the Bears. He was the most sacked quarterback last year, but guess what? They retooled that offensive line, and he barely got touched in this game. He got sacked a little bit here and there, Myles Garrett, right? But he didn't get hurt that much to the point where he got happy feet, okay? Because he's comfortable with his offensive line now. So they building a team around him. That's what they got to do with Cam. Cam got a quick release. I like him. You said, what about the wristband? I know we were just talking about the wristband. Now, Shedeur clarified it. He said that it fell out and they had to go get him another one. That's what Shedeur said. And that's what Kevin Stefanski just said. Oh, it fell out. We had to go get him one. It happens. They didn't say that they put the wrong playbook in his wristband. They didn't say that. So, yeah, if I was Shedeur, I would have said, yeah, man, I looked down at my wristband. It was the wrong one. That's all he had to say. It wouldn't have threw nobody in the bus because mistakes happen. That's how I would have looked at it. Now, some people are looking at it as they're sabotaging them. It could be a couple things. Either they're trying to tank this season to get as many draft picks as possible because they're trying to rebuild this team. But my question is, who are they going after in the draft? Because they're going to have a high draft pick. Who are they going for? I say they go after Caleb Downs. So they got Caleb Downs, so their defense is even better. And then go pick up some receivers and pick up some offensive linemen in the trades. And they'll be straight. And keep Shedeur at the quarterback. And they'll be ready to compete eventually. But then again, what are you going to do with Deshaun needs another chance? Because they don't pay him all this money. Do they keep Deshaun? Like, what's going on? Is Deshaun coming back next year? So he's been doing a good job helping Shedeur out and stuff. So I like Deshaun. Yeah, we'll see what Cleveland does, but we'll see if they try to get rid of Shedeur. We'll see. Not get rid of him, but at least let him go to a team that could. Because look, the Colts certainly need his services. They don't got somebody. They don't got a grandfather off the couch that been on the couch for 5 years. Okay, so they certainly need a quarterback. You don't think they saw what Shedeur can do and then like, yeah, we can use him? Of course they could use him. They're like, damn, we sitting over here with Phillip Rivers. Y'all let Shedeur go now. We could take we could build him up. Because I would be salty if I was the Colts owner. I'd be salty as hell. I say, y'all sitting over here, you got your offensive line taking dives and letting this good here quarterback get hit. And we sitting up here with Phillip Rivers. Y'all let him go, please. And we'll trade for him. Shit, Phillip Rivers off the bench. He off the couch. He looked like he came off the couch too. I ain't gonna lie to you. He looked like he came off the couch. That ain't how Phillip Rivers. I know Phillip Rivers to look. God damn, he throwing wobbly passes. God damn, Phillip. He looking like me out there trying to play. He don't throw a wobbly. He did right for one pass, and he still got an arm on him though. Phillip Rivers. He still has him. I don't think he letting him go though. I don't think has him letting him go. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Has them look. They look happy with Shedeur. Like, hey, Prime, how you doing? How's that? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Because they know he can. Now they know he can play. Like this kid really can play. We got something over here. Now they don't want to let him go. They're like, yeah, we saved him. We drafted him. Because nobody else wanted to draft him, but we saved him. That's how he gonna look, like he the savior. We saved him. We sat up there and took a chance on him when nobody else will. How you doing, Prime? Look, set him up in his own booth. Yeah, that kid ain't going, yo. He not leaving Cleveland, bro. Nope. But the damn Colts, I know they salty over there. Like, damn, we got to sit up here. They might as well go ahead and get Cam then, if that's the case. That's what I would do. I just bite the bullet and go get Cam Newton in the off season. Because goddamn, Phillip looked like he'd been on the bench 5 years. I mean, he looked like he'd been on the couch 5 years. Damn, Phillip. Now, don't get me wrong. The first pass is the first pass, but that thing was wobbly. It looked like it's something I would throw. And tell me, did you see when he got hit after the throw? Woo! It looked like he couldn't get up. I felt for Phillip. He took that hit and hit that damn turf. And then he kind of, you know how players they skip up. He got on his knees first and got up. You know how you get on your knees first and then get up and take one. That's how he got up. That I like. Oh, Phillip, and he playing next year. Phillip is back, guys. Phillip is back. So what I would do is I'm like, look here, Jimmy Hanna, look here, right? You got Deshaun. Let Shedeur come to us. Okay, because you got Dylan, you got Deshaun Watson, you got Bailey. God damn, y'all got to sit up here and gatekeep. Let me have Shedeur. They not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Shedeur not going nowhere. That's why I don't understand what's going on here. I think they tanking. I think that's what it is. Look, they could have easily, we don't know what, this team is full of tricks. They could have been like, look, switch his playbook out. And the trainer like, what? Here, put this in his playbook. What are you talking about? Put this in. Because he's sitting up there on fire right now. Put this in and give him the wrong plays. So because we got to lose this game. Shedeur on something, I'm trying to win by any means necessary. Put the wrong playbook in here. I don't know what they doing. But Rivers is not it with Colts. He's not it. He tried, though. He's not it, though. Maybe let's see what he do next week. But Rivers took that hit. He looked like me getting up. he had to roll over because he fell on his back. So he had to roll over and then get on his knees to get up. That's how you know he was hurting. Philip hurting this morning. He's 44 years old. He hurting this morning. Okay, all that inflammation on built up. He is hurting this morning, yo. Yeah, because Shedeur looking at the playbook, he looking at the sidelines like, what the fuck? Hold up, wait a minute. This ain't the plays. See, they thought they could make him get that off on Shedeur. He wouldn't know no different. No, Shedeur know that playbook. Shedeur like, this ain't what you calling. I don't know what they doing with Shedeur. I don't know. But like Shedeur, what did Shedeur say to Cam? He says, Cam, so what we going to do? No, Cam, he got his money. Cam chilling. Yeah, what we going to do in the all-season, twin? What we going to do in the all-season, twin? He like, what did Shedeur say? I got to get through this season first. Fuck the all-season. I got to survive. I got to get through this all-season first. And then we'll figure out what we going to do. You see Cam all happy and shit. Cam look like we got some new money. Cam, what we doing all season, twin? She said, Shedeur, like, oh, shit is dire over here. Like, I got to get through the season first. And then Cam kind of look, oh, okay, I understand. Because, Shedeur like to joke around. You know how they both like grumpy old men. They like to joke around with each other. Shedeur wasn't joking. He said, Cam, I really got to get through this season first. And then Cam looked at him like, okay, I understand. He said, Shedeur said, I'm trying to survive over this motherfucker. Okay? It's bad over here. See, Cam didn't know. Because Cam was waiting. He circled on his calendar. Oh, I'm about to pay Twin on the calendar. So at the end of the game, here come Cam. Yo, what's up, Twin? What we doing all season? Because they want to celebrate. Like, we both in the NFL. We played each other. Shit. His brother was like, nah, man, I'm surviving over here right now. It's some bullshit over here. So I understand. But they swapped jerseys. But we got to get Shedeur right. Make sure he got his situation right. Now, what teams I would like him to go to? Of course, the Jets. I'm a little sore at Tom Brady. I'm a little sore at him, but the Raiders is a good spot. They need him bad because Max over there crashing out now. Max Crosby over there crashing out. Because him and one of the defensive players, they got to arguing at the end of the game. So he in crash out mode. So Max needs Shedeur there. That's what he needs. That's what he thought he was going to get. But he didn't get him. Because he think of Shedeur like his little brother. Like he helped Shedeur throughout the draft process. He said he take him like he's his little brother. Max got a little flavor to him if y'all didn't know. You know what I'm saying? He just light skinned if y'all didn't know. But now you know. But Max got a little flavor to him. That's how he talk. He played, he talk it and everything. But shout out to Max Crosby, man. Max with 2 X's. So he needs a quarterback over there. Because Geno Smith over there robbing him. That he getting paid. You see what I'm saying? And who else need a quarterback? I wouldn't say New Orleans because I like Light Bright over there. Light Bright, you give him a shot. He good over there. The Colts, they need a quarterback. The Colts definitely. Unless they all trying to set themselves up to get in the top 5. Because they get top 5 in the draft, they have a chance to go after the kid from Indiana. Is the kid from Vanderbilt, is he going into the draft? Do y'all know? See, y'all already picking on him about his height. People already picking on him. God, he's 6 feet. Julian Sand is 6'3", because he was they said he was standing next to Julian Sand. He looked short. Well, Julian Sand is 6'3". He's tall. So I think he got him listed at 6 feet. So yeah, they've been swapping game jerseys. They've been swapping them. I don't know who started that tradition. I'm not sure who swapped. I'm not sure where that tradition started. It started back in the 80s, though. The Giants used to do it. No, actually, did it? No, I can't remember when it started. I want to say back then, though, a little bit. But he just need, like Shedeur said, I'm just trying to get through this damn season. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll regroup. But Diego Pavia, did you know he was you tell me Coach Prime don't know nothing about no talent. Coach Prime recruited him at Jackson State. Diego Pavia. He recruited him at Jackson State, but he said, you ain't going to play right now because Shedeur, but we need a backup. Imagine he followed Prime to Colorado after Shedeur left. They would be in the playoffs right now. They would be in a bowl game right now if they had Diego Pavia instead of the other one. So Coach Prime is around the talent. He could see the talent. And here go Diego Pavia. He was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Oh, he's trying to apply for extra year eligibility. So he may come back and try to get the Heisman the next year. He said Pavia, another Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, with his height. He do I don't know. They got him listed at 6 foot, but he might not be. But they had Dylan listed at 5'11". Hold on one second. Yeah, so he may be trying to come back again and try to win. But yeah, Shedeur's got to make it through the season. It's just weird though. Let me see what just a little weird, man, what's going on. Let me see what Shannon and them saying. They seem to think that he got sabotaged. I don't think that's the case. That air is heavy, Ocho. See what man, let Unc keep talking. He said, you can't he got to put some of that air out that ball, Ocho. Because when he throwing that ball, when it's cold like that, that air is heavy. Okay, the air is real heavy. Yo, Shedeur, you just gotta laugh at that one. You gotta like, he said that air is real heavy. That's why he missed Bond. Because the air is real heavy. He got to take a little. It had to be a little dry. He had to drive that ball. Let me see what he's saying. Judy gotta help him. He that's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Judy gotta help him. Judy ain't helping. Judy gotta help him. He's right. Judy do gotta help him. Wait, hold on a second. I thought y'all was hearing this. Hold on. No, y'all not hearing this. Hold on a second. Yeah, what's going on with my It's time for me to get off here. That's just what it is. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's time for me to get off here, man. I'm having a difficulty on here. I'm not sure what's going on.